President. Thank you, President. Respected Toastmasters, fellow Gaveliers and guests, a very good evening to all of you. I would like to share the minutes of the last meeting, which was on Friday, September 10, 2021. The location was Zoom platform, and meeting number was 30. The total members who attended were 20. Total guests were of 3. And there were 3 Toastmasters. The meeting timing was from 2:30 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. The meeting started at sharp 2:30 p.m. Gavelier of the day was Gavel Kiruthiha, host of the meeting. General evaluator was Toastmaster Mohammed sir, who leads the evaluation session and evaluates proceedings. The grammarian who introduces the word of the day and evaluates grammar was Gavelier Zen, and word of the day was top notch. Table topic master was Gavel Yusra. Our theme of the day was an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. 1 minute Gavelier was done by Gavelier Varshini. Timer was Gavelier Mas. Our counter was Gavelier Jesnihan, and vote counting was done by Gavelier Zara. Listening master was Gavelier Safrina. Joke master who cracks a few jokes at the end of the introduction session was Gavelier Ehaan. The book reviewer was Gavelier Mukesh. Hot seat was Gavelier Gisha. Workshop, there was also a workshop conducted by DTM Para Patil sir. Now we come to the winners. The best table topic speaker was Gavelier Rohan. The best evaluator was table topic evaluator Gavelier Harikirish. Best role player was Gavelier of the day, Gavelier Kiruthiha. Thank you. That was the minutes of the last one. Back to the president.
Yes, thank you, Gavelier Ehaan. So is there any changes in the minutes of the meeting? Is there any changes?
Mr. President, I want to ask meeting number what?
Yes, Secretary, what was the meeting number?
Meeting number 30. I had mentioned it in my.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So the minutes of the meeting is as read by Secretary. With this, now to conduct the further meeting, we have a talented Gavelier. He studies in 8th grade. He is a good champion speaker. He is the current secretary of our club. Please help me welcome our Gavelier of the day, Gavelier Ehaan, with a big round of applause.
Thank you, President. Thank you so much, our President, to allow me to conduct today's meeting as Gavelier of the day. Good evening, Gaveliers, guests and Toastmasters. Welcome to Discovery Gavel Club meeting number 31. Today, I have a pool of talented Gaveliers who will be performing different roles to make this meeting a grand success. Let me introduce them one by one. But before that, today we have an extraordinary Gavelier, and he is Gavelier Abhishek. Because of the last minute cancellation, Gavelier Abhishek had to take up 2 roles each, and I really appreciate it. Let's start with the theme of the day. Today's theme of the day is be who you are and say what you feel, because those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. Now this means that don't change yourself to please others. If you think you are right, then stay to your point. It doesn't matter what they say or do. You should do what you feel, because what you feel is always right. To further explain the theme of the day, please help me welcome our 1 minute Gavelier, Gavelier Mas.
Dear Gavelier of the day, Toastmasters, Gaveliers, and guests, good afternoon. Mostly, we don't live a life with what we actually want to live because of the fear and pressure of others. However, in reality, those who matter to us never mind, and those who mind are not important to us. The truth is that those who mind your true personality or who are negative, when you say what you think and feel, shouldn't matter at all. The true friends that you have who actually care about you will never mind your feelings. So enjoy your life, enjoy and live your life as you want. Back to the video of the day.
Thank you, Cavalier Mars. Thank you, Cavalier Mars, for your excellent explanation of the theme of the day. Time is an important aspect in our life. To keep track of time, we have our timer, Cavalier Abhishek.
Thank you, Gavel of the Day. Respected Gaveliers, Toastmasters, and honored guests, a very warm good afternoon to one and all. Today, I'm your timer. The ability to speak without designated time limits is a mark of professionalism. Three major segments of the Toastmaster meetings are timed and must fall within certain time limit in order to qualify for the voting processes. They're prepared speeches, table topics, and evaluation. The timings are as follows. Prepared speech, as per as project manual with a grace of plus 30 seconds or minus 30 seconds. Table topics, 1 or 2 minutes with a grace of plus 30 seconds. Prepared speech evaluation, 2 to 3 minutes with a grace of plus or minus 30 seconds. Grammarian, minimum 3 minutes, maximum 5 minutes with a grace of plus 30 seconds. Table topics evaluation, minimum 30 seconds per speaker with grace of 30 seconds. Please watch for the following color cards that will be shown by me to indicate whether your speech evaluation qualifies for voting. Green card indicates that you have spoken for minimum required time. Yellow card, you have to start wrapping up as you're near to the end of your talk. Red card, your time is over and only grace period is left. No indications will be shown when the grace period ends. I shall give my report at the end of each session. Back to the Gavel of the Day.
Thank you, Cavalier Abhishek. Thank you, Cavalier Abhishek, for the perfect explanation of your role. In our speeches, we use unnecessary sounds like etc. To keep track of it, we have an R counter. I would like to request Cavalier Zain to explain his role as R counter. Cavalier Zain.
Am I audible?
R.
Cavalier of the day, fellow Cavaliers and respected Toastmasters and honored guests. Good afternoon to everyone. I am the R counter for today's meeting. My job as the R counter is to note down any word or sound used as a crutch by speakers during the meeting. During the speech of every assignee, I will note down verbal distractions such as or sound, any filler words such as you know, okay, this means, as well as short pauses and long pauses, and any repetitive words. This is to make the speaker aware so that he or she can try and avoid them in future projects to be a better communicator. I'll submit my report at the end of the session when called upon. Back to the Cavalier of the day.
Thank you, Cavalier Zain. Thank you, Cavalier Zain, for a perfect explanation of your role. For every session, we have a winner. To announce a winner, we have a vote counter. Cavalier Mukesh, please explain your role as a vote counter. Give him a virtual round of applause.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Salman and Mukesh. Mukesh, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, good. Continue.
Cavalier of the day, fellow Cavaliers and respected Toastmasters. Good afternoon. I am the vote counter of today's meeting. Please vote for the best prepared speech, best table topics, and best evaluator. Please message me privately in the chat box at the bottom of your screen. At the end of each session, I shall be collecting the votes and to count and tally the votes and eventually report when called upon. Guests are requested to refrain from voting, but guest Gaveliers can vote. I shall cast my vote only to break a tie. Back to Gavelier of the Day.
Thank you, Gavel and Mukesh. While speaking, we make many grammatic mistakes. To keep track of it and correct those, we have our grammarian for today's meeting, and he is none other than Gavelier Jasnian. Gavelier Jasnian, please explain your role and word of the day. Hello, Gavelier Jasnian. President, did Gavelier Jasnian attend the meeting?
Yeah, he is the grammarian.
He's a yeah. But everybody, before we begin, I would just like to tell you something. In the agenda, I'd seen that the word of the day was perseverance. Is it supposed to be changed?
That's not. No, the same word of the day. Same word of the day. Perseverance.
Okay.
Cavalier of the day, fellow Gaveliers, respected Toastmasters, honored guests, good evening to all. Today, I am your grammarian. As a role as grammarian is to introduce the word of the day and encourage its use by speakers, evaluators, and table topic participants. I will note who uses the word of the day correctly or incorrectly. I will listen to word usage and note any awkward or misuse of the English language, such as incomplete sentence, incorrect grammar, malapropism, etc. The word of the day is perseverance. The meaning of the word is continuous effort to do or achieve something despite difficulties. Examples are: it took planning and perseverance to be successful. He had perseverance in good works. I will submit my report when the general evaluator calls on grammarian report. Thank you.
Thank you, Gavelier Jasnian. I'd request all the Gaveliers to try to use the word of the day in their speeches. To make all the participants in this meeting listen to their speeches attentively, we have a listening master who asks you questions from their speeches. Please help me welcome Gavelier Abhishek to explain his role as listening master.
Thank you once again, Gavel of the day. Good afternoon once again. So I am also a listening master today. My role is to help all the members and guests to sharpen their power of observation. I encourage all members to pay complete attention to the entire meeting proceedings. I will keep a track of key ideas, facts, or points made during the speeches. When called upon, I will accuse participants with 2 to 3 questions from the entire proceedings of the meeting. Back to the Gavel of the day.
Thank you, Gavelier Abhishek. And we look forward to your interesting questions. We have 2 hours long meeting, and it's obvious that some Gaveliers may get bored. To entertain us in between the meeting, we have our joke master, Gavelier Ayush. Please give him a virtual round of applause.
Thank you, Gaveler of the Day. Respected Toastmasters, fellow Gaveliers, and honored guests, I am your joke master. So I have prepared 5 jokes. Each one is a question, and you'll get 5 seconds to answer each joke. So the first one is: what kind of motorbike does Santa Claus drive? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Motorbike.
So the answer is Harley Davidson. Our second question is, your second joke is, why are football stadiums always cold? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because they're full of fans. Third question is, what kind of tree can you hold in your hand? 1.
Palm tree.
Palm tree. Palm tree. So your fourth question is, why didn't the cat climb up the Christmas tree? 1.
Meowy Christmas.
5. The reason the cat did not climb up the Christmas tree was because it was scared of the bark. Your last question is, what is the most intelligent insect? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is a spelling bee. And your last joke is, you don't have to answer this one. It's a conversation. So it is that Santa Claus is talking to his deer, Rudolph. And what does Santa Claus say to his deer about the weather? 1, 2. He says, is it going to rain, dear? Okay, those were the jokes. Thank you.
Thank you, Gavel Ayush. Hope you all enjoyed the joke. We all do mistakes, and to evaluate all of us, we have our mentor. Our mentor, DTM Parag Patel sir. I request DTM Parag Patel sir to explain his role.
Good evening, Gavalier of the day, fellow Gavaliers, and if there is a guest, good evening to all of you. First, I would like you switch on your camera, all of you. Let me see your smiley face, so at least I can take one photo. Come on, one more. Vote counter. Vote counter. Vote counter. Come on, yeah. That's it. Good. So let's have one photo. Kiruthiha, it's good for you, correct?
Yes, sir.
So thank you very much. Now, meeting is going very well. I don't have any problem with the meeting right now. Only one thing I want to suggest to you all. If there is a problem, if suppose somebody is not talking, if there is a mic problem, is any disturbance, do not talk anyone except Gavalier of the day. Let Gavalier of the day handle the issue. Because that is what Gavalier of the day want to learn. Okay? And whenever next time anybody take joke master, see today joke, you have to convey the joke, 3-line, 4-line joke. This is some sort of a riddle. Okay, so behind one joke and come. It's a 3-line, 2-line, 4-line. Don't come up with the riddles. I don't have any suggestion. I will come up with my team evaluation session, and I will submit. I will just update our today's meeting details. Back to you, Gavalier of the day.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Dear Gavaliers, my perseverance is that we all need at least one mentor. I really want to read a book, but which one? Idea. Let's invite the first book reviewer to tell us a book and explain it. And he is Gavel Salman.
Thank you, Gavel of the day, Gavel Ehaan, for that wonderful introduction. The more you read, the more things you will learn. The more you learn, the more places you will go. Respected Toastmasters, fellow Gavaliers, and my honorable guests, a warm good afternoon to one and all. How many of you love to read diary type stories? Please give me a thumbs up. Wow, there are few friends, including me. So today I am going to review the famous book, which is the favorite of many present here. That is none other than The Diary of Wimpy Kid. There are 16 series of diary books, but the one which I loved was the Diary of Wimpy Kid, Roderick Rules. It is a twins novel by famous American author and cartoonist Jeff Kinney. The series follows Greg Heffley, who illustrates his daily life in a diary. Roderick Rules is the second book in a 16-book series. The hardcover was released on February 1st, 2008. A film based on this book was released on March 25th, 2001. The story features the comedy and secrets that have a way of getting out, especially when a diary is involved. Greg Heffley and his family hit the road for a cross-country camping trip, but things take an unexpected turn, and they find themselves stranded at an RV park. When the skis open up and water starts to rise, the Heffleys wonder if they can save their vacation, or if they are already in the too deep. Whatever you do, don't ask Greg Heffley how he spent his summer vacation, because he definitely doesn't want to talk about it. As Greg enters the new school year, he's eager to put his past 3 months behind him, and one event in particular. Unfortunately for Greg, his older brother Roderick knows all about the incident Greg wants to keep under wraps. But secrets have a way of getting out, especially when a diary is involved. Roderick Rules chronicles Greg's attempts to navigate the hazards of middle school, steer clear of the school, talent show, and most important, to keep his secrets safe. The theme of this book is friendship. Throughout the novel, the reader sees that friendship is very important to Greg. However, Greg's definition of friendship seems to shift and to sometimes change with who he is around and the situation he is in. So this was the main story of this book. I really suggest everyone to read this book, Roderick Rules, as much as possible, since it is very humorous. Thank you, and back to the Gaveler of the day, Gaveler Ehaan.
Thank you, Gavel Salman, for telling us a book. Now let's move to the educational session. We have two great speakers today. To evaluate our first speaker, I would like to invite Gavel Akshaya. Gavel Akshaya, please read out his objectives and speech time. Gavel Akshaya, the stage is yours.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Gavelier Akshaya, and today I'll be evaluating Gavelier Zara. Gavelier Zara, you'll be delivering your CC2 today, and the title of your speech is The Way We Live. The objectives of your speech are: select an appropriate outline which allows listeners to easily follow and understand your speech. Make your message clear with supporting messages directly contributing to that message. Use appropriate transitions when moving from one idea to another. Create a strong opening and conclusion. The time for your speech is 5 to 7 minutes. Good luck.
Thank you, Gavel Akshaya. Now, I would request our first speaker, an energetic Gavel who studies in 5th grade and her hobbies are to draw, and she wants to become a teacher. Please help me welcome Gavel Zara.
My mom wakes me up to go to school, but she doesn't know that my favorite place to sleep is on the last bench. Respected Toastmasters, fellow Gaveliers, and honored guests, a warm good afternoon to one and all. How many of you still remember your seating positions in the school? It has been almost 2 years since we went to school. The way we live, study, and work, COVID has changed all of this. Offline classes became online classes. Work from home became new norm and outdoor activities disappeared. I remember pre-COVID days where things like waiting for the school bus, hopping onto the school bus, meeting classmates, face-to-face interaction with teachers, play and lunch breaks, physical activities and field trips, etc. Alas, all of this has gone. The new norm is work from home, online classes instead of offline classes, and no more outdoor activities and events. including Toastmaster meetings, are now online. Let me check who prefers what. Those who prefer online classes, raise your virtual hands, please. Okay, those who prefer offline classes, raise your virtual hands, please. Okay, I personally prefer to have blended learning where certain days of the week students go to school and attend offline classes, and certain days of the week they attend online classes from home. Why? Because both online and offline classes have their own merits and demerits. Let us discuss both merits and demerits. I will begin with online classes. Some advantage of online classes are flexible and can be accessed from anywhere, are budget friendly, are convenient for attendance. Recordings are available for later reference. And some disadvantage of online classes are managing screen time. Long duration of screen time becomes a great difficulty and harmful for health, especially eyes. Technical glitches. The poor internet connectivity destroys the learning of students, feeling of isolation, minimum peer help. Let's see what offline classes have. Some advantages of offline classes are less distractive. Teachers can provide individual attention. Some disadvantages of offline classes are students may lack the opportunity to learn advancing technology. Time management becomes an issue for those who are far from the school. Recording or other form of data is not always available for those who miss the class. Hence, both online and offline classes have their own merits and demerits. I prefer blended classes. It's worth and reasonable to have offline classes now because most of the people have taken COVID vaccinations. Things seems to be getting back to normal. However, I foresee our online classes are here to stay in some form or other, even after things become completely normal. Both teachers and students are dealing with online classes. Tips for teachers: making a short sessions periods, preferably 30 to 45 minutes. 15 minutes break between every class. The last class of the week can be held as doubt clearing session. Tips for students: stay away from screen time during break times. Eat healthy and have enough sleep. Discuss any doubts with your teacher as soon as possible. Inform your teacher for any beforehand or immediately for any technical glitch. In conclusion, there are advantages and disadvantages of online learning. But as technological capabilities have reached new heights and many of the major concerns of students taking online classes have been addressed. To address the advantage of online classes are beginning to drown out the disadvantages. The beautiful thing about learning is no one can take it away from you, be it offline, online, or any other form. To maintain our passion, let us have to maintain our passion of offline classes, let us have blended approach. Thank you. Back to the Gavel of the day.
Thank you. Thank you, Gavel Zara, for your wonderful speech. To evaluate our second speaker, I would like to invite a Gavilian who studies in class 8. Her hobbies are to play badminton, swimming, playing chess, and reading. Her ambition is to become an entrepreneur. Gavilar Kiruthiha. Gavilar Kiruthiha, please read out his objectives and speech styles.
Good afternoon, respected Toastmasters, fellow Gaveliers, and dear guests. I am Gavelia Kiruthiha, Gavelia Rohan's evaluator. Gavelia Rohan will be giving his CC7. His speech topic is Mind Machine. Your speech time should be from 5 to 7 minutes. Your speech objectives are collect information about your topic from numerous sources. Carefully support your points and opinions with specific facts, examples, and illustrations gathered through research. Thank you, and back to the Gavelia of the day.
Thank you, Gavilar Kiruthiha. Now, I would request our second speaker, a Gavilar who studies, a Gavilar. Please help me welcome Gavilar Rohan.
Thank you very much for the introduction. But before we begin, please do not start the time yet because I need a bit of. Just want to share a PowerPoint that I made, if you wouldn't mind, please. So, okay. So, can you see it?
Yes.
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, thank you very much. Mind machine. What's the first thought that comes in your head when you hear this? Any guesses?
A machine that can read your mind?
Okay, but what I actually meant is the brain. This may be a mystery topic in science, but there is a lot to it. Before I begin, I would like everyone to turn on their cameras and pay close attention, as I will hopefully hold a quiz at the end. This is the mind machine. The brain is the most powerful part of the human body, and everybody knows this. It controls what we're doing, including whatever I am saying now. Even if a small thing in the brain gets damaged, your whole body could go wrong. It is important to know about the brain, and not that many people talk about it. It is a topic to be focused on, and we should know about it actually. It will be a perseverance if you will achieve what your brain tells you to do. It will benefit you and me if you pay close attention to this speech. So let's begin. So we'll talk about 4 parts of the brain. 2 which controls the way we learn, and the other 2 parts that controls us. And in the end, we will hopefully talk about how we can improve our brain functionality. The first part of the brain, which we will talk about now, is the campus for hippos, or the hippocampus. I just like calling it the campus for hippos because this is how I remember it. This way you can remember the most difficult words by training your brain. The hippocampus basically stores all of our memories. For example, in my previous speech, I talked about tourism and a small bit of my visit to Singapore. So what really happens is, the brain uses the hippocampus to store memories and even information. The hippocampus enables you to go back and regain the knowledge that you had before, or gaining more knowledge, or the input. The hippocampus, according to a study in the US, can hold a million pieces of information. The hippocampus can be the most affected part in the brain. So remember the saying, prevention is better than cure. Let's talk about the dopamine. Feeling good helps you learn better, doesn't it? The dopamine controls your mood, and that is a part of the brain that helps your learning process. Do you agree? So the arrows in the illustration may be the dopamine. The dopamine controls your mood, helps your hippocampus learn strongly or weakly, and depending on your mood, you can learn better. If you have high dopamine levels, or in simple terms, if you are in a very good mood, not being too enthusiastic but just right, then you can learn anything. Very high dopamine levels can cause weak connections with what you are learning. Alright, now let's get to the two parts which control us, the cerebellum and the cerebrum. The cerebellum helps us keep our balance, and it makes us sit, stand, run, etc. The big part over here of the brain is the cerebellum. The cerebellum is smaller than the cerebrum, which we will talk about in a bit, and the cerebellum, the most important part of the brain, has to be developed regularly and it has to be exercised regularly. So make sure to exercise it and develop it. Now, just a word of caution, always wear a helmet when riding a bike and make sure that you wear a seatbelt when driving. Approximately 2 million brain injuries happened maybe last year in 2019 and etc. So be careful of what you do. And as always, prevention is better than cure. Now, the last part that we will talk about is the cerebrum. It is not the biggest part of the brain, but it is the most powerful one. This is the cerebellum, the highlighted part. The cerebrum runs to the neck and the spine. It connects the nerves to your spine, and that is what controls us. This part is also connected to the cerebellum, and the cerebrum tells the nerves to stand, move the arms, etc. A fun fact, the cerebrum actually controls the rate at which your heart pumps blood. So if you are scared, the cerebrum either decreases the heart pump rate or it either increases it. Now for a quiz of 3 questions. What stores memories in our brain? Someone please respond.
I think it's the hippocampus.
Exactly, and you are correct. So please give him a big round of applause. All right, the second question. What controls the heart rate?
Cerebrum.
Let's give someone else a chance now. Which part needs levels to control the way we learn?
Dopamine.
Yes, you are correct. And so please give Toastmaster Product a big round of applause. All right. So this speech was actually meant for a bit more knowledge about the brain and to try to get you back in the time for when you learned about the brain mainly. So to conclude my speech, let me tell you the ways to improve your brain functionality. Eat healthy foods. They contain vitamins and minerals that are important for the nervous system. Get a lot of exercise. And use your brain by doing challenging activities such as puzzles, reading, playing music, making art, or anything else that gives your brain a workout. Remain calm and learn well. Thank you very much. I'm done.
Sorry for the inconvenience. Thank you, Gavel Rohan, for your, as always, fabulous speech.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. That will be the end of educational session. Now, I would request our timer, Gavel Abhishek, to submit the timer report.
Gavel Zara, 6 minutes 2 seconds. Gavel Rohan, 6 minutes 17 seconds. Both are qualified. You can cast your votes.
Thank you, Gavel Abhishek. Now you all can vote for the best speaker role, and I would request vote counter to proceed for vote counting. There will be 30 seconds break for vote counting. Okay. So 30 seconds are over. Vote counting is over. And now the vote counting, I think the vote count, hello, vote counter? Vote counter? Gavel Mukesh? Gavel Mukesh? Hello? Gavel Salman, can you please ask him to unmute?
Yeah, he's ready. You can proceed with the next upcoming. You can proceed.
Okay. Now we'll move to an interesting session, and that's table topic session. To conduct this session, we have the table topic master. Please help me welcome with a vocal round of applause, Gavel Safrina.
Thank you, Gavelier of the Day. Respected Toastmasters, fellow Gaveliers, and honored guests, good afternoon. Today, I'm the table topic master for this meeting. Table topic enables a member to develop the skills of impromptu speaking. It helps members to quickly organize an opening, a body, and conclusion. It also provides a speaker an opportunity to speak. The table topics are fairly short. Your response must be at least 1 minute and cannot be more than 2 minutes 30 seconds. Green card will be shown at 1 minute. Yellow card will be shown at 1 minute 30 seconds. And red card will be shown at 2 minutes. After you see the red card, you have a grace period of 30 seconds. I encourage all members and guests to give it a try. Now, let us begin the table topic session. The first topic is, when was the last time you tried something new? I repeat, when was the last time you tried something new? I invite Gavelia Maz to speak on this topic.
Dear Gaveliers, Toastmasters, and guests, my topic is, when was the last time I tried something new? Last time, I don't remember, but I think
Gavelia Maz, would you like another topic?
yes.
Okay. Your topic is, what can money not buy? I repeat, your topic is, what can money not buy? Gavelia Maz.
My topic is, what can money not? What?
Give this Safrina, I can go on with the next speaker. No problem.
Okay. The second topic is, if you had to teach something, what would you teach? I repeat, if you had to teach something, what would you teach? I invite Gavelia Akshaya to speak on this topic. Gavelia Akshaya.
Good afternoon, respected Toastmasters, fellow Gaveliers, and honored guests. What would I teach if I had to teach something? Personally, I'd always wanted to be a teacher. And I love to visually learn, like learning with models, really moving things and learning how they work. If I was a teacher, I would like to teach science. Science is a subject that really interests me, and I think there's many people who need help with it. I think I can teach science pretty well. I'll use visual models, online learning, as Gavelia Zara suggested, and I'll even try to use videos. As a teacher, I would probably engage the students to continue learning on their own, and at the same time ask for help. I'll be free with the students probably, so that they can ask me when they have questions and be free with what they want to say. I personally think the best way of learning is to actually enjoy the learning. As a teacher, I would probably try to engage the students in the best way possible. Try to engage them into doing whatever they want to do, but staying on task. Thank you.
Thank you, Gavelia Akshaya. The third topic is, what do you want most in life? I repeat, what do you want most in life? I invite Gavelia Mukesh to speak on this topic. Gavelia Mukesh.
Yes, I'm there. Can you repeat the topic once again? Just.
Okay. The third topic is, what do you want most in your life? I repeat, what do you want most in your life? Gavelia Mukesh.
Good evening, fellow Gaveliers, Toastmasters, and my dear friends. What do I want the most in the world? I can say it's nothing, because what all I needed is already with me. Then why should I ask any more else? But still, if you ask for me, I could say like I could get a actually, but I have everything which had fulfilled my dreams, which already my father has given me. There is nothing more I needed in the world. If you want, I would say that I would like to have more I would like to have more pants, which I don't have. There is nothing else I wanted to say. Back to you, Gabriel.
Thank you, Gavelia Mukesh. The fourth topic is, what is your most beloved childhood memory? I repeat, what is your most beloved childhood memory? I invite Gavelia Kiruthiha to speak on this topic. Gavelia Kiruthiha.
Respected Toastmasters, fellow Gaveliers, and dear guests. Good afternoon to you once again. What is your most beloved childhood memory?
The most beloved childhood memory of mine is my mother had back pain when I was younger, so we actually came to Saudi when we were 2, but then we had to leave because of my mother's back pain. And then so we came to India and we stayed at my maternal grandparents' house, and there it was my birthday. We went like 4 months ago, earlier than my birthday. I don't remember exactly because it happened a long time ago, probably 10 years ago or something. So it was my birthday, and then I was quite sad that my father will not be able to come to my birthday. And it would just be my mom and my grandmother. And my grandfather was not there either because he had to go somewhere else for a wedding. And then that day I was sleeping. My birthday is on June 2, so I was sleeping. And the moment I woke up, I saw my father standing in front of me. So I actually thought I was dreaming, but then I was not dreaming. My father was actually there. He came from Saudi to India. And I was so happy that there was somebody to celebrate my birthday, excluding my mother. And that is one childhood memory of mine which I'll never forget. And I was really happy on that birthday too. If somebody would ever ask me what's your favorite birthday, that one would definitely be it. Thank you, and back to the table topic master.
Thank you, Gavelia Kiruthiha. The fifth topic is, what does it mean to be human? I repeat, what does it mean to be human? I invite Gavelia Zain to speak on this topic. Gavelia Zain.
Good evening, respected Toastmasters, fellow Gaveliers, and honored guests. My topic is what does it mean to be a human? To be a human means being humble, kind, and giving respect to others. Being human means help as much as you can to people around you, like giving charity, making them smile, and trying to help others as much as you can. And not just for others, also for yourself, trying to change the world by working hard and trying to just give motivation and help others. So yeah, this is what it means to be a human. Thank you.
Thank you, Gavelia Zain. The sixth topic is, where would you most like to go and why? I repeat, where would you most like to go and why? I invite Gavelia Rohan to speak on this topic. Gavelia Rohan.
Thank you very much, Gavelia Safrina. Respected Toastmasters, fellow Gaveliers, and honored guests, good afternoon. My topic for today is, where would I want to go and why? The place which I'm actually looking forward to the most is Canada, and for like tons of reasons, but I'll just keep it short and simple. Number one was because, first of all, I was born in Canada, in Calgary, and it has been so long since I saw one of my friends. It has been about 6 years, if I remember correctly, and I still haven't seen him yet. The other thing is, I haven't really seen Canada a lot, and I didn't exactly get to, I didn't necessarily get to be with Canada. Like, you know what I mean? I couldn't really, like, because I was small at that time, I didn't really get to see the whole of Canada. And my favorite thing in Canada was bubble tea. I still remember that until today. Now, coming to the main topic about why I would want to visit Canada. Number one, it's because I just want to see the people whom I knew from before. 2, my best friend. And 3, to revisit Canada again and take in all of its wonders. Thank you very much, and back to Gavelia Safrina.
Thank you, Gavelia Rohan. The seventh topic is, what is your greatest challenge? I repeat, what is your greatest challenge? I invite Gavelia Ehaan to speak on this topic. Gavelia Ehaan.
Yeah. Gavilia, Safrina, did you give me a topic?
Yes. Your topic is, what is your greatest challenge?
It is my greatest challenge. Okay. Respected Toastmasters, fellow Gaveliers and guests, a very good evening to all of you. And I was a new speaker in this Discovery Gavel Club. I was gonna give my second speech. See, my dad was very busy that time, and nobody was there to, support me in writing the speech that time. So I tried writing 2-3 speeches, but it didn't fit. It was not that good. So then I came up with one speech, but it was too late. The speech which I had to deliver was on Friday. The speech I had to deliver was a very good speech. Everyone loved it. My dad also loved it. But the speech was on Friday, and I hadn't by-hearted that speech yet. And it was Wednesday. Only one day to go. And then I had to give my speech. Now, what would you do in this situation? Anyone would have, messaged in the group that, sorry, this week I cannot speak. Next week I can speak. But even I tried to, cancel the speech. I was going to message in the group that sorry, I cannot, I cannot deliver my speech this week. But then my dad stopped me. He told me, he encouraged me. He told me that even though there are 2 days, you can still try. You can still do it. Those words hit my mind. And then I did it. I worked hard on my speech. I think it was CC3. I worked hard on my speech. And I delivered my speech on Friday. And as I've expected, it was a very good speech. You all liked it a lot, to which you all voted me, and I was the best speaker of the day that day. Now, this was a very big challenge for me. It was a challenge for me, my dad. And I believe that this is the biggest challenge in my life. That was it. Thank you.
Thank you, Gavelia Ehaan. The 8th topic is, can you think of a time when impossible became possible? I repeat, can you think of a time when impossible became possible? I invite Gavelia Ayush to speak on this topic. Gavelia Ayush.
Okay. Respected Toastmasters, fellow Gaveliers, and honored guests. So my topic is, when was a time that I know when the impossible became possible? So this is a topic that I really wanted to talk on, and it is, so whenever I try to think that how am I going to do this? How can I do this? There's only a short amount of time left. I think I should just give up. This thing has happened to many people, but whenever I thought to give up, I never gave up, because every time I said I will give up, I always thought of a way that I can make the thing possible. I always felt bad at the time of saying giving up, and that is why I've never gave up in my life up till now. Yes, that's true. Now, if I go outside and say that I am going to change the world, I want to change the world by making a new introduction to our people. People would just say that people outside, I've experienced this, and they would have just said that, Ayush, how are you going to do that? That is just impossible. I don't think you'll be able to do anything. I know I have heard that many times outside, but I never let that thought stop me. I have done many types of programs, speeches, etc. Once, this is a story when I was really small in kindergarten, and at that time I was learning about flags and countries and all a lot. So my parents told me, Ayush, you can do a program on that on your school in your school in March. It was a really hard thing to do, but I did not give up. I went ahead and took the thing. So, and guess what? In 2017, when I did that program, it was amazing. Even I felt happy once I did that. There was a crowd of about 100 people in front of me, but I did not let the thought of giving up stop me. And I think that was a time when the impossible became the possible. So I would like to end my topic now. Thank you.
Thank you, Gavelia Ayush. The ninth topic is, which book had a great influence in your life? I repeat, which book had a great influence in your life? I invite Gavelia Zara to speak on this topic. Gavelia Zara?
So my topic is which book? Can you repeat the question? Topic.
Yes. Your topic is, which book had a great influence in your life?
Good afternoon to one and all. So my topic is which book influence and why. Um, um, hello, can
Yeah,
anyone
okay,
hear
Gavel,
me?
now you can go on. She's unable to speak.
Okay. Shall I continue?
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can. Okay. The 10th topic is, what stands between you and happiness? I repeat, what stands between you and happiness? I invite Gavelia Jai Snehan to speak on this topic. Gavelia Jai Snehan? Gavelia Jai Snehan, your topic is, what stands between you and happiness?
Gavel Safrina, maybe Gavel Jaisman has network issues. He has left the meeting. You can continue, you can conclude it.
Okay, that's all for the table topic session. I thank everyone for actively participating. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to be the table topic master today. Over to the gavel of the day.
Yeah, is the table topic finished? Is the table topic finished?
Yes, the table topic session is finished.
Thank you, Gavel and Safrina, for your interesting topics. I hope you all enjoyed it. Timer report, please.
Yes, Cavalier Mars 1.3 seconds, Cavalier Akshaya 1.29 seconds, Cavalier Mukesh 1 minute 3 seconds, Cavalier Kiruthiha 2 minutes, Cavalier Salman 1 minute 5 seconds, Cavalier Rohan 1 minute 17 seconds, Cavalier Ehaan 2 minutes 30 seconds, Cavalier Ayush 2 minutes 36 seconds, Cavalier Zara 1 minute 8 seconds. All are qualified. Everyone spoke about 1 minute.
Thank you, Gavel.
Excuse me, timer. What is the timing for Ayush?
1 minute 26 seconds.
1 minute?
26 seconds. 2 minutes 26 seconds.
Yeah, he is not qualified.
With the grace period?
Yeah, 30
It's
seconds.
actually 2 minutes 30 seconds, sir.
2 minutes
So below
26
2 minutes 30 seconds, it is qualified, sir.
Ayush is not qualified other than this.
No, sir, everyone are qualified.
2 minutes 30 seconds.
Sir, everyone are qualified, right?
Okay, everyone qualified. Okay, done. Vote counter
Please
say
vote.
everyone qualified. Please cast the vote for all the vote.
Please cast the vote for everyone who's the best speaker. I think everyone are best. Please vote.
Timer is the 30 seconds over.
Yeah.
What
Yep,
time?
30 seconds, sir.
What timer?
30 seconds, sir.
The voting is blocked.
Thank you, Gavel and Mukesh. Now, we will move to the last session, and that's the evaluation session. But it has to be conducted by Toastmaster Parag Patil sir. Please give him a virtual round of applause. The stage is yours, sir.
Let me start evaluation very quickly. Our first speaker, Gavelier Zara, and her speech is going to evaluate by Gavelier Akshaya Segu. Gavelier Akshaya Segu, please evaluate our first speaker.
Good afternoon, respected Toastmasters, fellow Gaveliers, and honored guests, and a special good afternoon to Gavelier Zara. What a wonderful speech! Your speech title clearly relates to your topic. You were so confident, Gavelier Zara. I really appreciate how you could tell us so much about online and offline classes in just a span of 6 minutes. Yes, we all have been in both types of classes, but when you summed up our experiences, we could easily compare what we like. How many of you agree with Gavelier Zara about having a mix of both offline and online classes? Well, I do agree. I think we should have both classes. Coming to the structure of your speech, you wonderfully satisfied the objectives of the CC2. Your introduction of how your mom wakes you up attracted most of us, the audience, and pulled us into your speech. The vote that you had conducted engaged everyone. You had appropriate transitions and distinct divisions of intro, body, and conclusion. I loved your use of language and the adjectives and description that you had used. Most importantly, your message of online versus offline classes was clearly shown. There are a few recommendations in your speech, which I think you can implement to make your speech extraordinary. I think you can add a short personal experience to your speech. A personal experience makes your speech more effective and engages the audience further. Also, you can probably change your stage movement a bit. Try to divide your stage and move between your ideas. Overall, I loved your speech outline, and the message that you wanted to deliver was clearly stated. You suited your time limit, and your conclusion, intro, and body were distinct. Your intro and conclusion properly summed up what you wanted to say. You engaged your audience, and you attracted every one of us with your words, and your use of language. Great speech, and good luck for your further speeches. Thank you.
Thank you, Gavel Akshaya. Gavel Akshaya, next time whenever you are going to evaluate someone, use summary. I think summary missing in your evaluation, because we are actually I am basically looking all of you in a contest. I want to prepare you all for the contest. So please remember CRC method. Okay, comment, recommend, comment. If you have any doubts, discuss with me. Okay. Now Zara, well done. A very good speech. Zara, are you listening to me? Okay.
Yes, sir.
What I like about your speech is the way you engage with the audience. You are talking about the audience, raise your hands and all. Very good. That shows your confidence. And number two, the well-crafted speech. And what here evaluator want to say is what that something missing. The missing is what? If your online and offline classes, if you put your personal story in it, your personal story, your speech is very good. If you put your personal story, this would have been more highlighted. Okay.
Yes,
okay, Zara,
sir.
number two, Zara, today you speak 6 minutes, correct?
Yes, sir.
And when you get a table topic, you cannot able to speak, right?
Yes, sir.
I will tell you what is the reason. The reason is you speak 6 minutes because you buy the speech. You buy the speech by word by word. Never ever buy your speech. Just keep the content to your speech and try to speak in front of audience. Now, if you miss 3 lines or 2 lines, it doesn't matter. Nothing is going to happen. Okay, no, because nobody knows what you're going to speak. All right. So remember,
Yes,
now when you get a table topic, what was your topic?
What book make me influent?
Okay. The book you like. See, you confuse yourself here. No need to worry. Say that I don't like books. I don't like books, and you talk about the mathematics. Just you reverse the topic and you talk that you don't like the books. And because of that, I could not understand the mathematics. I don't know anything. Talk like that. And now just conclude your message that, okay, I would like to learn, then I will see that. Something like this, you just construct your story. No need to think that you don't know anything. Just don't keep your mind blank. Say yes or you say no. Say like that, I don't like the books. You can talk about that area also, no? Correct?
Yes.
So just keep talking. Don't keep your mind blank. Okay? All the best. Thank you very much. Now our second speaker, Gavel Rohan. And Gavel Rohan speech is going to evaluate by none other than our another Gavel Kiruthiha. Gavel Kiruthiha, could you please evaluate our Gavel Rohan, please? Yes, please.
Respected Toastmasters, fellow Gaveliers, and dear guests, good afternoon to all of you, and especially Gavelier Rohan. Gavelier Rohan, he had a century with that speech. What I loved about his speech was it was very educational, and the most challenging part about educational speeches is making them interesting and accessible. And that is what I loved. You managed to make the educational speech interesting. And another thing I liked about your speech was you made a PPT, which was a very unique way to start a speech. And that uniqueness, that drew us in. And that made it more interesting. And another thing was after you gave your speech, he summarized it in a very unique way. And that was by having a quiz. And it was very clear that there was a beginning, middle, and end. And what this did was it made the speech easy to follow and understand. And because Rohan intertwined each of those parts with a theme of brain, it was more and more unique. Something you can improve on is your body language. You could have had like better hand gestures, and you could have also moved from here to here. I was able to see that you had those hand gestures and movements, but then the problem was you were standing, and we were only able to see this much, and your hand gestures, they were over here. So maybe you could have set your laptop in such a way that we were able to see your hand movements also. So make sure to do that. And another thing you can do is you need to add more drama to your speech. You have to exaggerate some parts more. I know it's an educational speech, but then still there's some parts you can exaggerate. Like you could have asked, which part of the brain do you think makes us remember extremely hard words? If you made such exaggerations, I think it would have been more interesting, although it was interesting enough. And to summarize your speech, it was a very good speech. It clearly had body. It clearly had a beginning, body, and introduction. With just a bit more of the voice and the movements, I'm sure you can be an amazing speaker. Thank you, and back to DTM Parag Patel, sir.
Thank you, Gavel, Kiruthiha. And you know what is the today good about you? You have purchased new mic. Your voice is so audible to all of us. Thank you very much. Even you have done very good in table topic. Well done. Now, Gavel or Rohan, you know what is the objective of this speech?
It was
Unmute yourself.
it was about researching a topic and to provide the data and everything.
It is CC7, correct?
Yes.
It is written there, comfortable with visual aids. Anyhow, the same mistake what I have done, but you have not done a mistake. I have done a mistake. When you said it is a PowerPoint, correct? Don't say it is a PowerPoint. It is a comfortable with visual aids. Okay, if you say PowerPoint, then that objective finished. But if you say comfortable with visual aids, then you are top, because you have keep only 3 slides. Now, what our evaluator want to say, exactly I want to say same thing. What evaluator want to say is that now you have bring the story. Already there is a story in your script. That was the helmet, accident, and the brain. If you can bring that things in a first, okay, and then some things you talk about the story, and then you talk about the brain. Then you discuss about the brain. Instead of PowerPoint, you can just keep the slides. That is called visual aids. 1, then 2, and then 3. That is called comfortable with the visual aids, or you can say prop. But I can say this is not PowerPoint. This is also visual aids. But innovative idea is you bring a quiz in it. Well done. Very good. Keep it up. Okay. Well done.
Thank you, sir.
Now, I was very much happy about the way you delivered the speeches. Now, I would like to call table topic evaluator. But before I could call table topic evaluator, I would like to give the same topic, which was the last topic. What was the last topic, table topic master?
Which book had a
What is the what stands between you and happiness? I repeat, your topic is what stands between you and happiness. Gavelier Jisha Sridhar.
Happiness is something very essential in your life. You can't live without it. Respected Toastmasters, fellow Gaveliers, and guests, good evening, good afternoon to everyone. What stands between me and happiness is success and practice. These two things are the most important ones in your life that makes you to be the happiest person ever. When you have a competition, you're practicing so hard that you are the person who should be won. Don't have that mindset, but make sure that you do your best in that competition. When you practice, you succeed, and that's what makes you happy. That's the same in my life as well. I had this competition 2 years ago, the Science Eureka. I practiced so hard for my project. I used different physics projects to make sure that I did something best than others. So I got a really big project and practiced so well for each and every line that I had to say to the moderator. And I did well that day by practicing. That's what made me succeed. And guess what? I got the first place in that Science Eureka. That's what made me so happy. So that's when you can understand that success and practice is what that stands between me and my happiness. Anything that you practice and succeed, of course, it will make you happy. So to conclude, I would like to say, two things that stand between me and happiness is success and practice. Thank you, and over to the general evaluator.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, let me call to evaluate our table topic speaker, our champion speaker, Gavelier Jisha Sridhar. Gavelier Jisha Sridhar, the stage is yours.
Thank you, sir. Respected Toastmasters and fellow Gaveliers, good afternoon once again. So we came across an amazing table topic session today, and I congratulate all the table topic speakers for doing their best today and getting qualified. Good job, everyone. So without further ado, let me start with evaluating the speakers. With our first speaker, Gavelier Maz, you got a topic first, which was when was the last time you tried something new? You started confidently, and what I would suggest in that is that you could have thought about an opening and the body and the conclusion before you start, because there's no rule that as soon as the table topic master finishes saying the topic, you don't have to start immediately. You have some 10 seconds or maximum 15 seconds time to think about what you're going to speak, about the introduction, body, and conclusion. This goes for all other speakers as well. And you got a second topic as well. What can money not buy? I would suggest you the same thing. Practice more. If you practice at least 5 topics a day, try speaking 5 topics a day with the time, and I'm sure you'll ace table topics. Moving on to the second speaker, Gavelier Akshaya. If you had to teach something, what would you teach? You understood the topic so well, you delivered it properly to the audience, and you got them hooked up in your speech. You immediately started, which showed your confidence, and you gave a smile that increased your confidence level to the audience. And you also linked a personal story that you wanted to become a teacher and how that related to the topic as well. If I had to suggest you something, I would suggest you to use the podium and use your body language that would create a much more impact to the audience. I'm sure you're a great speaker. Trying these 2 things may make you a better speaker as well. So moving on to the third speaker, Gavelier Mukesh. What do you want most in your life? You were very confident to start your speech, and you understood the topic well by asking it again. What I would suggest to you is that the same thing, plan before you speak. You don't have to start immediately as the table topic speaker finishes. Take some 10 seconds time, recollect what you're going to speak, the introduction, body, and the conclusion. So you don't have to stop in between. You may not have any hesitations or pauses in between. And good job with that. Moving on to the fourth speaker, Gavelier Kiruthiha. What was your most beloved childhood memory? We loved listening to your soothing voice and your amazing story. You got us hooked up throughout your speech. And you connected the topic properly to your personal story by saying how your dad came on your birthday and how they surprised you. And you connected to the audience very well. Now, I would recommend you to use the podium, which creates a better impact to the audience as well. You had everything nailed in your speech, just the usage of podium that will make it a better speech. The fifth speaker for today was Gavelier Zain. What does it mean to be a human? You immediately started describing about being a human. Of course, this was a bit difficult topic. You understood it well, and you came with the proper points that has to be said. And what I would suggest to you is that when you give a personal example in your speech, it connects the audience much more well. You can relate with the audience. And the second point is that try to reduce your pauses in your speech by practicing. When you practice at least 5 topics a day without missing a day, of course, you can ace table topics and reduce the number of pauses and the hesitations you have in your speech. Moving on to the sixth speaker, Gavelier Rohan, where would you go, most likely to go? You confidently started, linked to personal story, you divided the table topic in parts, and you answered every part correctly. It was awesome. Only one recommendation was just to use the podium, which creates a better impact. And audience can understand it much more than it has to be done. The seventh speaker, Gavelier Ehaan, what is your greatest challenge? You started with the salutation. You took some time before you started. You planned for the introduction, body, and the conclusion. You told us about your dad, which gave us the emotional feelings. And I would recommend you not to move back and forth when you're speaking. It diverts the audience than your content. We are more diverted to see you moving back and forth rather than listening to your speech. The eighth speaker was Gavelier Ayush. It was an amazing speech. Can you think of a time where impossible became possible? You gave us scenarios and examples, many examples that you related it in your life. I would recommend you to reduce the number of examples and scenarios. If it was only 1 or 2, we would have understood it more better than how it was. And the last speaker was Gavelier Zara, who had the great influence on your life. And I appreciate you for coming forward. But of course, when you practice more, you can think of points immediately in 10 seconds. That's what makes you a better table topic speaker. Practice more, and I'm sure you'll ace table topics. It was a wonderful session today, and I hope you all take my suggestions to make you a better speaker in the future. Thank you, and over to the general evaluator. Paraksa, I'm done.
Yeah, he has, I think, network issues. Yes, sir will rejoin. Can wait for a few minutes. Okay, I think since Parag sir has not come, so I will just go on. So let us have our grammarian Gavel Jaisnehan for the language evaluating. Gavel Jaisnehan, the stage is yours.
Gavelier Akshaya, instead of their own, it could be by themselves. Gavalier Kiruthiha, instead of and then, it could be after that. Gavalier are used instead of people outside, it could be people around me. Gavalier Gisha, instead of these things, it could be points. Thank you.
President, if Toastmaster Toastmaster Parag Patel sir is not there, I can handle it from here. All the evaluators are finished, so
Yeah,
I
okay.
can.
Yeah, okay, can go on.
Okay, thank you, Gavel. Now, I would request Gavel Zain for his counter. Gavel Zain.
Good evening once again to all the perseverant speakers. It is now time for me to submit my report. Mukesh with 1 short pause, Ehaan with 2 hours and 1 short pause, Jason with 4 hours and 2 short pauses, TTM Parag Patel with 1 hour, Zara Sheikh with 5 hours and 2 short pauses and 1 long pause, Rohan with 5 hours with 6 hours, Mukesh 3 hours 1 short pause, Kiruthiha 2 hours 1 short pause, myself 3 hours 2 short pauses and 1 long pause, Gavalier Ayush 2 hours and Abhishek with 1 hour. Thank you.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Ehaan.
Okay, so now I would request our listening master to ask some interesting questions. Please help me welcome our listening master, Gavalier Abhishek. President Parag Patel sir has sent in.
Thank you, Gavalier of the day. So I have 3 questions. So let's start with the first question. The first question is, what book did Gavalier Salman give?
Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Diary of a Kid.
No. It's not just Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Roderick Roach.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, I think Toastmaster Parag Patel is back. Adithiyan.
Okay, so how does Gavalier Rohan remember hippocampus? Gavalier, I'll ask someone. Gavalier Kiruthiha?
He remembers it by thinking a campus filled with hippopotamus.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. So the next question is, what teacher does Gavalier Akshaya wants to be? Gavalier Jason.
Can I?
Gavalier Jason?
Can I say?
Wait, he did not unmute himself. Okay.
Yes.
What teacher does Gavalier Akshaya wants to be?
Science teacher.
Okay, yeah, correct. Okay, so it's a random question. Now, when is Gandhi Jayanti celebrated? From Salman's introduction.
Can I? Can
Yeah,
I, Mukesh?
you can.
October 2nd.
Okay, back to the general evaluator.
Grammarian report finish?
Yes, sir. Yeah, grammarian report is.
Yes, sir. Grammarian report is done. So, now I hope you all enjoyed all the sessions of this meeting of the Great Gavel Club with some great Gavaliers. I am really honored to be given a chance to conduct today's meeting. Thank you all, and back to the president.
Good job, Ehaan.
Yes, today's meeting was really great. Thank you, Gavalier of the Day, Gavalier Ehaan, for conducting a perseverance session. Gavaliers, Please give a thunderous round of applause for Gavelier Ehaan.
Thank you.
So with this, please vote for the best role player in the personal chat to the vote counter, Gavelier Mukesh. Voting time is 30 seconds.
The timer report for the evaluation.
Yeah. Sorry. We can have the timer report.
Gavel Akshaya, 2 minutes 35 seconds, qualified. Gavel Kiruthiha, 3 minutes 9 seconds, qualified grace period. Gavel Disha, 4 minutes 30 seconds, qualified. All are qualified. And grammarian is 20 seconds. He's not qualified.
Oh, okay. So now I think we have to vote for Gavelier.
Gavel Akshaya, Gavel Kiruthiha, and Gavel Disha.
Okay, thank you, Gavelier. Now I think there should be a voting system for 30 seconds, right?
Yes.
Yes.
With the voting of evaluators, please also vote for the role players.
Yes, Gavelier. You can vote for best role player also.
Just name the role before the name.
With the role and name.
Yeah.
Vote counter is the voting over?
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah, okay. So let me call our vote counter, Gavelier Mukesh, to announce the winners. Gavelier Mukesh, the stage is yours.
Yeah, the winner for the first session, table topic session, is myself, Mukesh. And the best speaker is Gavelier Rohan. The best table topic speaker is myself, Mukesh, again. Okay, and the best evaluator is Gavelier Kiruthiha.
Thank you very much, everyone. Congrats to the winners.
And what about the role players? Gavelier Mukesh.
Yeah, role player is Ehaan.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. So now let me share the e-certificates to all the winners. I hope you can see the screen. Yeah. The best speaker is Gavelier Rohan. The best table topic speaker is Gavelier Mukesh. The best evaluator is Gavelier Kiruthiha. And the best role player goes to Gavelier of the Day, Gavelier Ehaan. So congratulations to all the winners. So I just have some feedbacks to be improved from next meeting. I request everyone, if you are unable to attend the meeting due to some issues after you choose the roles, kindly acknowledge in the group 1 week before the meeting, so that we'll be prepared and assign any other Gavelier the particular role. I witnessed some of the Gaveliers are choosing the same roles which you chose for the previous meeting. So all Gaveliers present here should get an equal chance to choose any of the roles. For speaker role from next meeting, there should be at least 3 speakers, and those who haven't gave their first icebreaker speech, I think it is Gavelier Ayush. I think you have to give your first icebreaker speech. I request to come forward and give your speech. If you have any doubts regarding CC manual or speech, you can definitely ask me or VP Gavel Akshaya. So I hope from next meeting we'll make these changes. So with this, is there any further business? Any doubts you want to ask? You can ask now. Any doubts?
No doubts. Thank you.
Okay, so with this, the meeting is adjourned. Gaveliers, you all can leave.
Hey, Salman, where's the gavel? You're supposed to bang with the gavel.
Salman, to tell them, can you tell them that please don't take the in the meeting right now?
Akshaya, Akshaya, please take all the speakers. Mostly take news speakers. Ayush, you deliver speech?
Yes, sir.
You deliver speech?
Sir, not today, like next meeting I'll see, because I have a speech prepared. It just needs to be like sent to Mohandas sir and all.
Give it the name to Akshaya. Jaisnel, speech.
Planning, sir.
Zain, where is Zain?
Okay, see you everyone.
Okay, take care. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, sir.
Bye,
Bye,
everyone.
everyone. Bye, everyone.
Have a
Bye,
great weekend.
everyone.